Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Player Talk Radio. It's DJ Kuda right back at the helm of today's tech show. Got a great show for you guys today. We are in the studio again, playing around with some groove boxes, and I thought, hey, let's have a great show today, and let's talk about let's say, top five groove boxes that are under $1,000. These groove boxes aren't necessarily portable, as I will have a second show done for a portable groove box. Checking periodically. I need to have a monitor in front of me so I can see exactly what's going on, which I do. I just haven't hooked it up. I'm being lazy. But this is one of my favorite. I have this wire here. These are honorable mentions. These are. This isn't. These are honorable mentions. My bad, y'all. So let's pop this battery in. These are the pocket operators from Teenage Engineering. I'm not sure why it's not working, because it should be. What the fuck? Things wait till I go live to not work. Or maybe the battery's dead. You never know. Okay, for some reason this is not working. But I wanted to show you guys some stuff. Maybe these batteries. Let's see if this one works. Okay, I'm not sure why the Rick and Morty one isn't working, but this one is a sampler that we're gonna dive into later on. We'll try the Rick and Morty one again. But Rick and Morty is really pretty good. This is a sampler. These are about like $100. I don't have. I'm gonna put the headphones in. The reason why I kept the headphones in this one, I don't know what's going on with this. Hold on, y'all. And I actually got to stretch for you guys to see me. The reason why I kept the headphones in this one is because you can link these together. And make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm sorry. You can link these together just like that, and you can sync them into each other and actually, make some samples and make some sounds and do it that way, which is pretty cool. So you can actually sync them together. Also, let's see if this PO 32, or is this the 33? I'm not sure. Let's see if this KO has any sounds on it that we can play with. Let's see. Plug that in. And they come with cases also. They also come with cases, and the cases are pretty good. Pretty sure it prolongs the life of it. But let's see. Let's see what we got here. Take this out, because this ain't helping. It's Rick and Morty. I wanted to. We'll plug it back in to see if it was just me or the batteries. See that? Let's see what it has on play. Let's see. Okay, I don't know what I created there or if that's a preset. But you can change your patterns. You can write. You can record. These are like the pitch. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. You know. So these are honorable mentions. The very small pocket operators. I think they're awesome. From Teenage Engineering, I just got to learn to use it more, and They're about $100. Some of them, they go up to like $80, but they're pretty cool. You can do a lot with them. Also, they're pretty portable. I'm really not sure what's going on. Oh, maybe because this is bent. Wow, that was a little bit bent. Let's see. Maybe it couldn't catch the battery. And there it goes. Wubba lubba dub dub. There it goes. I knew something was off, but that comes with long-term ownership of let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, duh. It would help if I turned it on. Hold on. All right, let's see what we got, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Run, Morty! Holy crap! Run, Morty! Holy crap! Run! Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Brother. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's a bit low. See if we can turn it up. Everyone show me. Everyone show me. Hit down. Hit down. Okay, I didn't notice that was a bit low. Hold on. Oh, this is getting picked up pretty cool. But these are cool. These are you can play them. You can play with them. You can do a bunch of different stuff. Now, let's get into the groove boxes. Okay? Hopefully you guys are kind of warmed up to the conversation type of show that we're going to be having today. These groove boxes, they're from, I put them today in today's order. I put them from in my opinion, okay, as a synfluencer, as a new synfluencer that don't know what the hell he's talking about. Actually, I do. I semi know what I'm talking about. All right, you can believe me. You can trust me. From least to best, from usability, what you're gonna be using them for, blah blah blah. They're from least to greater, basically. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit this bell. We're definitely going to grow the channel, definitely with music content, with a lot more music content. I'm going to have a lot more music content here for y'all. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Now, we got from, least to great. And let me make sure I have my audio correct. And number one on our list is the Electron model cycles. Now, why did I choose the Electron model cycles? Well, Electron model cycles is good. I do own a lot of groove boxes. I have a lot of weird shit. We'll get into the portable ones like the OPZ, the OP1, and stuff like that. And some of these groove boxes that I'm going to show you guys are portable. So with groove boxes, especially like this one and just other groove boxes, just the idea of it. And I was going to use this thing as a drum machine because I didn't know how to use this thing. This is a synthesizer, and it's very punchy. You know what I'm saying? You can really. You can do a lot with it. You can. It gets real deep. And I was gonna use it as a as a drum machine because you can do so much with it. So this particular box, um, it works on FM synthesis. This is not Electron's first FM synthesis box, but this thing can make house music, ambient music, lo-fi, hip hop. These. I didn't trick it out. I didn't add anything to it. These are presets that comes in it, and the presets that comes in it is awesome. Also, you have these pages right here, and Electron has like the craziest sequencer, so I've heard, in the game. And I'm fairly new to Electron aside from this. When I bought this, and I'm gonna give you the price and everything. It was about $300. On Christmas, there was a guy that got this and the model samples for a steal. The model samples is the more whiter version of this, which it's amazing also. And the selling point of these things are the sound design. The sound design is crazy. All of these knobs here, you can take a piece of water splashing on something and turn it into a clap. And I mean you can do it with other machines too, but this thing, the sound design and just what you can do, all of these sounds can be just modified. You can, if you want to add reverb, which I don't know why you would, or make your drums a little bit more wider and fat, you can do that. Give it more of a escape and see how it goes to infinity, and then you can turn up the reverb. Then when it gets punchy. So like I said, you can turn something big, you can turn something small, you can do a lot. You know, there's just so much stuff you can do. And that's the same thing with FM synthesis. It goes from something very really grungy to something very soft. Um, the selling point of a lot of these groove boxes is portability. Um, a lot of them, you don't have to plug them in, but something like this, you do have to plug in. There's holes and stuff on the side that I'll show y'all. This groove box was set to have an external battery. I haven't seen one yet. And honestly, the sell point of all of those, groove boxes that says external batteries and portability and stuff like that. I mean, realistically, of course, we got people that travel that, get inspired and like to do music on the go, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that, right? But you got to be aware when you go out, you know, especially if you're living in the city, you're on a train and stuff like that. Of course, you can make little jams and stuff like that, and that's what stuff like this is for, or the OPZ, the OP1, or the pocket operator. I think that groove boxes that are sold as, for portability, they should be handheld, you know. But anyway, let's get into it. Groove boxes. Five groove boxes under $1,000. Can't beat it. This thing, you cannot beat it. I mean, you got 6 tracks. You can do whatever you want on these tracks. You got the whole Electron sequencer. Then you got to learn the pattern, because the sequencer, the patterns are very important. Then they have trigs, where you can set certain other sounds and stuff to go off to make your beats more complex. You got your tracks and you got your pages, for your duration and stuff like that. I'm still trying to learn how the Electron sequencer goes, the workflow. You have everything, LFOs, oscillators, everything. Um, this thing is just a beast, to be able to dive into it. And for $300, you cannot beat it. What they're doing with these groove boxes is they split them. It's very, of course, a lot of these are all in one. You can definitely use this alone, or you can MIDI it into something and use it as an instrument, which was what I was gonna do. I was gonna use it as a drum machine, but then I'm starting to learn that the synthesizer in this thing is crazy. The FM synthesis. I've been learning a lot about FM synthesis. and it uses a lot of the so I've heard it has the same um engine as the Digitone, but I I don't know. I mean, it might be true. I don't know. Um, I bought this before the Digitone. I'm learning more about Electron day by day. They've actually become my favorite company as of late 2021. And a box like this for $300, you can't beat it. The guy that got this in the samples, 500, can't beat that. So what they do is they create another box because when they put these boxes out, they limit them for what they can do. They can do a lot, but they limit them for what they can do to sell you another box, which is a sampler. In which I think these two things are different. I mean, hands on like I am, analog, not using computers and stuff like that. I think I mean it is kind of messed up that you got to buy two boxes, but hey, I mean this is a business. They make music, you do what you got to do. This thing, is not a sampler. You can't run, samples through it. I mean, you can send audio back into it, but that's about it. It's not like you can grab the sample, chop it up, tweak it, and everything. So that's why they do the model samples. And it's not really bad neither because you got two different types of producers. You got the ones that'll just make everything with sounds, the sounds that's available to them, or they'll MIDI in another synthesizer or another drum machine, and they'll just make something awesome. So also, sampling is a completely different art form when it comes to making music. Looping, the sequencer, how you want to sequence the sample and stuff like that. So it makes sense to split them up: the model cycles, the model samples, the digitone, the digitact. Um, but this thing for $300, you can't beat it. You can make house music. That's what really sold me on it. You can make a lot of good ambient stuff, especially if you're pairing these with guitars, guitar pedals, and things like that. So under $1,000, you save 700 plus, or a little bit over 600. To say 600, you can get the model cycles for $300. Really cool groove box. Really cool groove box. And it's just a lot. So the Electron groove box, the Electron's entry level groove box, the model cycles, totally worth it. $300, and you can do hip hop with this. So anyway, let's get into the next one. Um, I almost knocked everything over on my dresser, or on my desk that I have here in my office. I said dresser. It's not even a dresser. The model cycles, really good. These are the sides that I was telling you that at some point you'll be able to kind of hook in a battery that they have. As you can see, you have your outs, and then you have your small, you know, your real small MIDI, cables, and your USB. One would think that you could send samples in it from the USB, but no, that's to update it. You can't power it via USB. Also, it has to be plugged in. So I mean, it's a good machine by itself, and it's a good machine to use with something else. You did. That is the model samples. Number one. Next up on the list. This should actually be number 5, the best one. But you have the Novation Circuit Tracks. Mm, mm, mm. Novation Circuit Tracks. Really good groove box here. Exceptionally good groove box here. Now, make sure. Okay. Just make sure we're in. Now, I'm new to the world of synths and what they can do. And like I said, they make these groove boxes limited. so that you have to get the other one. So you have the Novation Circuit tracks and you have the rhythm. Now you have an older version of this box right here, which is the OG Novation Circuit. A lot of people swear by it. A lot of the updates has, really carried that box a long way. So you may not have to upgrade to something like this. But but with Electron, what Novation did, the Novation Circuit tracks, is they updated everything and they cleaned it up, have it more uniform. They did take away the external speaker, but you don't have to plug it in. It is portable. And this, my battery's halfway. This ticks off a lot of the boxes. You know what I'm saying? Portable. Just plug your headphones in, get the jamming. So one of these are really good. For I'll show y'all the portable groove boxes, but this thing right here is a beast. You get a bunch of channels, also the Electron, or vice versa. But I think with the Electron you can is better with this. Um, this thing has its own algorithm in its own sequencer. Also, I've learned how to use this thing. Let me see what we have here. I don't know what this is. Okay, we can't hear it. Let's see. What is this? Okay, there's stuff here, but I don't know. Let's go into Mixer and let's turn these on. That's probably the problem. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, we just got a bunch of noises. Sorry for that, guys. We got a bunch of noises. Um, let's hold on. Let's go to projects and let's save this because I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, so we got a new project right here, and all of these are projects, and you got pages too. Okay, it has memory on it. You can stick a SD card in it and increase more of the memory. There is no screen. You understand what I'm saying? There's no screen. There's no screen. This thing is very. Let me turn this master volume down a little bit. Turn that down a little bit. This thing, I loaded it with some sounds. It got some of the basic sounds. Like the model cycles, you can tweak a whole bunch of things. You got your high pass and your low pass. And just like the model cycles, these are really good for live performance. You know what I'm saying? Live performance. So if you want to perform something live, you got it here. You got your patterns. It's just a grid. You don't, but there's a lot on this grid. A lot of people they're worried about screens and stuff. So the concept of having a DAWless, going DAWless is not using a computer. And these groove boxes, man, they're supposed to be standalone, self-contained. You don't really need to use a computer, but there's a lot of data to read, here on these screens. And you can do house music, you can do jams, you can do lo-fi, you can do hip hop. The thing about these groove boxes are, they're, supposed to be portable, no computer, have a bunch of sounds, or at least be able to customize it and do a bunch. And that's what you have here. If I wanted to MIDI in that Electron model cycles and program that there and then MIDI it in, I can definitely MIDI it into one of these channels and bring it into this, algorithm and sample flip it, and all the tricks that I can do on here, I damn near can do with that. And it just makes it a good combo. Honestly, anything, I got a Behringer Model D that I'm looking at right now. Anything that you put with this thing is a great idea, and it'll make it a good combo. This machine in particular, why I bought it, which is around 300, if I'm not mistaken, around $300 in that area. This was to really teach me about synthesis, and of course I had other groove boxes and things here that I could use, but I just kind of didn't know what I was doing, and at the same time I wanted to make learning and making music fun. Hence why I got the Novation Circuit tracks. So let's see if we can make something real quick on the fly. So you got your 4 drum tracks, which you don't have to use for drums. You can use for bass or whatever. You got your 2 synth tracks, and then you also got 2 MIDI tracks. Okay. On the OG circuit, these 2 MIDI tracks were for side chaining. And side chaining is basically when you have 2 sounds playing at once, but you kind of want them to be harmonized, or you can randomize it where you can have the sound trigger every other sound or just randomly, just to see where it goes. But the side chaining, sometimes you want one thing to be heard more than the other, so you can it gives you like a volume thing. Now it's effects. They have it as the effects, and this is like the volume. You know what I'm saying? And blah blah blah. But I'm not gonna get it too deep into side chaining on today's show. So we got presets here. We got pages also. We got synths. Just to give you an example what they do with these groove box, and then same thing with the octaves. You got pages. Get all these sounds, and then you can tweak all of them. So some of these, when you get them, I mean, of course, it's cool to have it tricked out, but you don't have to. And these are really the sound pools. Not really a computer. I said computer. Not really a piano. A lot of people, they like to MIDI this to a keyboard and just play the regular piano in. So don't have to do all of that stuff. But anyway, let's start with a regular drum pattern. Some techno going on, okay? Let's try right here, and let's try right here. Let's see how that sounds. There we go. And you can always increase your page. I don't know what's going on with my metronome. I need to figure out how to turn it back on. But let's do another page. So we got a boom, 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 boom. And the cool thing about this is that this is just one track. So we got the drums. Right? Now, let's add some claps. Let's find some claps. And I think a lot of these drums are fairly on, all of the sounds are fairly, in this preset. Also, what's cool is that you can load up your sounds, right? You can load up your drum sounds. Like, let's say I had a certain certain drum sounds or just sounds that I want to use, and I want to record it, and I can't really do it on the grid. Like I can always load it to I'm trying to remember how to do it. I can always load it. Let's see. Yeah, right here. I can load all 4 drum tracks into this and finger drum. You can. So it kind of makes it easy for you to do a bunch. But we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. So that's why it's a little off. It's like boom, 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 dum, dum, dum. So here's where that pause is. That's on the second page and on the first page. You can also lock where you want to work in, where you want to work. So let's see if we can find a clap. Let's see. We got click. Okay, we can stretch that out to a clap, but let's see if we can actually find a clap. There we go. All right. So we're going to use this clap. Go back to the drum track. right? So we got oh no, hold on, y'all. It's that bullshit. Here we go. Mm, uh, 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 uh. What it what is what it's doing is I got to make sure you can play around with other sounds. I got to make sure that this is the drum. So the best thing to do, and I should have did this before, so I wouldn't have to do this again. Is you hold this, and you just do that, and then you go to the next one, go to the next page, and you do that. So now all of them are drums. So, mm, 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 mm. We got the other page. Okay. Now we want to add in some claps. Now you can record, you can record live, if that's how you want to jam, which I like to do a lot, or we could just add in some claps. So let's get the claps. Let's go back to the clap. Okay, got the claps. So you see how when I actually clapped on this one, it excluded it. That's where I would have to side chain, So, mm, 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 So there we go. And I modded a couple of stuff. And this is all on one track. So I still have a lot more room. Sometimes you don't end up using all the tracks. So it just goes to show you how dope a machine like this is. Let's get some synths in. See. I like that. Oh yeah, that's fire. And I'm telling you, when you're live, you can play with all of this. You can. I like that. That's pretty cool. Let's see what other synths we got. I like that one. Let's see what we got. Go up some octaves. Go down some octaves. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we'll use that one. Now, I guess this synth would be the lead. So what you want to do is you can do patterns, and this is like the pattern menu. So I want that, but I want the synth to do the second synth that we have here to do a little bit more, so I can go into the second pattern, right? And when we go back to the board, there's nothing there. But I can start back off with the. and then add on to something else. Okay, so all right. Okay. Now I can make it longer, but what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to add the other sounds on one page, and then the next one we'll make it a little bit longer and do something else and see what we can come up with. And let's see how it will sound all together cohesive. So what you can do is that we have the regular pattern, we have the second pattern, and what we can do is we can lock them together. Let's see what we got. Always remember to save your work, guys, because that's what I forget. So, as you can see, you can do a lot with these things. I mean, and fairly fast too. We just created 2 cool synth tracks, did some patterns, did a slight pattern on one. We got ourselves a decent drum track, which got the hits, the claps. Let's see if we can add something else on it, and let's get into the third synth. Well, the third groove box. Let's see what other sounds we got. Okay, let's do that. Let's see if we can make it a little bit more punchy, or at least stand out a little bit. Too loud. Let's see what it's picking up. Hold on. Pretty cool, huh? So imagine if you have another synthesizer that you want to learn how to use. You can go into MIDI, and you can also, sample flip it. Any kind of trick that you can do here, it will take that sound, and you can be able to do anything you would like with it. Also, if you want to, like I said, if you want to perform, we're only really using 4 tracks, to tell you the truth. So you can take out one, take out everything. And the cool thing too is, if you have a whole song or something, okay, oh, well, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. My light went out. And we still look a bit good. It just looks a little bit it just looks these buttons look a little bit brighter. It's not bad. Let me see if I can plug my light back in, because the battery on it went out. Give me 1 second. I had to get one of my. Actually, it's funny. I'm using the USB-C wire from the Novation to literally charge my light. Thank you, Novation. Let me see. Plug this in. And let there be light. Well, you guys couldn't really see the lights on it. But anyway. Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Let me stop. But you can do a lot with this thing right here, obviously. And I've actually this if I had to be comfortable with using something, it would be this. Out of all the groove boxes that I own, also you can mix. All of these color coordinations right here is to you could turn it up, you could turn it down. Some of the drums you want it to sit in the back for a little bit and give shine to something else going on another track. Another track that can change the whole song, you can have it muted. Or if you got your projects and you have all of your sounds set up really good, you can just transition into them. Same thing with like I said, the patterns. You can lock all of them or transition into something totally different. Um just a smart machine. And then certain colors, when you're good at it, you'll just know which track you're on, because like your your brain memory, uh you know uh is color coordinated. So when we're talking about groove boxes, different companies do different things. And we want to kind of get into something with ease of use. You know what I'm saying? We want to get into something with ease of use. You want it to be easy to use, and you want it to be user friendly. Because every groove box has a different workflow. Now, of course, music is made a certain way. Like you have certain keywords like sequencers, patterns, quantize, and stuff like that. But don't be surprised when some of these companies have their own nickname for something, or different triggers or algorithms or something that they use. And these pads, they're velocity sensitive. They can get a little bit deep with touch, or you can just tap them once. And the volume is lower too when you tap it once. It's just a tap, but you can. So the sound design on this thing is perfect. And it's just the funnest little groove box that you can use to MIDI certain things in and just enjoy. So that is the Novation Circuit. I would say that this is better than the Model Cycles. I'm sorry. Well, hold on now. There is nothing wrong with the Model Cycles, and there's nothing wrong with the Novation. They're just two completely. They're groove boxes. I'm pretty sure they were intended for the same thing, but they're just two completely different things. This has its specific, and I put stuff all over the place. But this is a fun box also in its own way. It has a specific case use. You can just go real crazy with this box, just synth wise. And same thing with this, with the Nova synth and stuff. You can definitely go real crazy with it. But when it comes down to, no menu diving, of course you menu dive because, you got your grids. But, that was one of the big things in the music, in beat making and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people don't like to menu dive, me being one of them. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing, so maybe menu diving might be the best thing for me. But I'd rather not menu dive. I'd rather just be able to jam and have fun. And we just created a real quick jam, so that just lets you know how easy and user friendly a lot of these machines are. And you can just do a whole bunch with them. And then it's like they release updates. There's sound packs, so you can just. It's an instrument. Every single groove box is its own instrument, to tell you the truth. You just got to understand the workflow, learn how to play it, and cool, Um, I can sync these pocket operators into it if I want. I can. There's a lot that I can do. Especially with this thing and just a bunch of other groove boxes. Now, number three. Let's I'm gonna do tech shows on all of the items that you see here. We're just putting it all together, okay? So number three, and I know I got stickers on it and stuff, and I need to clean and wipe the dust off of a lot of this stuff. And these are used. I mean, not even used. I mean, these are brand new, but I've used them, and I have a tech show coming up where I talk about this instrument after a year of use. What have I learned? Or what are my thoughts on it? What were my thoughts going into getting this? To learn how to play synths. Also learn how to understand what the hell is going on here, even though this is a lot different and it comes with a lot of different bells and whistles and different things to do, But it's relatively used to learn music. Now, this next groove box is not necessarily a groove box, but then again it is. This is a boutique. This is a gem. Rarely would you hear anybody talking about this thing. I've had it for a couple of months. This thing has been in rough situations. It's been used. I've made a lot of music on it, and I have more music on it to make. And it also comes with, it also comes with, with an app. You know what I'm saying? And the number three is the Spire Studio 2 from Isotope. So you have the Spire here, which is the Connect. And look, you got Nicer. I got a beat for you, Nicer. You have the Spire here, and you can just, these are all projects. Now, the app, you can just use your phone and record, and you can mix and do different types of things with it. It's a pretty cool app off your phone. But you're like, hey, Kuda, that's not a groove box. Actually, it is a groove box, because this thing that you see right here at the top that looks like Alexa is an actual physical groove box, and it looks just like Alexa. And this is, we're at the midpoint. I'm pretty sure y'all are tired of me ranting, but this is awesome. If you sing, if you rap, music, any type of idea, because the idea of a groove box, honestly, and the portability and stuff, is to be able to record, do your thing on the fly, make some jams and things like that, and do what you got to do. That's the same thing with this. I've bought the Antelope Studio Zen, the Zen Go Studio, and it was pretty cool. But I thought I would, get some real clean sound out of it, and you can. And it comes with, an app. You can. It comes with it comes with a lot of different things. You can I should have did that. Honestly, let me move this. It comes with like software and stuff like that, because what a lot of people like to do is they like to make sure stuff don't fall. Okay, looks good. It still got the plastic on it too, y'all. I'm not lying when I say it's new. But they like to take their guitar and maybe add some vocals into it, and kind of do some, I would say, acapella, but like, just like something cool. You got your electric guitar or your acoustic guitar, and you just want to lay down some vocals and stuff like that, and the mic, you want the mic to pick up the guitar and the vocals. But that's what this is. You can use it standalone, and you can also use it with the phone. I prefer to use it with the phone. The phone is basically the app that's on the phone is basically the studio. This right here is the engineer. This is also the studio, but this right here is the engineer. You can go to a new song if you want. You can sound check. You can turn your volume up. You can plug your headphone here in the front. Also, here in the front is a omnidirectional microphone, I think. No, it's not omnidirectional, but it is a I don't think it's omnidirectional, but it is like a I have a mic that's just like it. But it's a microphone right here. If you don't have a mic, it does have sound cancellation. This is a condenser mic. It picks up a lot of different things. Um I don't really use it. That's why I don't know too much about it, because I just rarely use it. I've actually used it maybe once or twice. Um I know I got stickers all over the place. Don't. I had to do something with the stickers. It just got too much stickers. But on the back, what I use it for is I plug microphones in. I'd plug this microphone into it in a heartbeat. And you have two mic slots, and you have another set of headphones. Because this is also pretty good if you want to do a big studio sesh, or if you have two people, or if you want two people to monitor it and stuff like that. And literally, I've went to the park. I've actually recorded music at Freedom Plaza. I'm like outside in broad daylight with this thing. And it has noise cancellation, like the studio app. You can do a whole bunch of stuff, auto tune, all kinds of different stuff. The reason why I pair microphones like this, SC Electronics V7, I know you guys are wondering what it was, but you got to watch the show to know. I'll tell you. And we're gonna do reviews on this also, which I already have. But the reason why I use it dynamic mics is because it's end address. I'm using a dynamic mic right now, and it cancels out noise. So if you want to go outside and it's nice outside and you want to record, and you find yourself somewhere in the woods, getting inspiration, cool. And these mics also are for like line ins. You can, if you want to line in your guitar, so you don't have to, this, it can pick up the guitar. So not just like rapping or anything like that. This thing, god damn it. Ugh. This thing, you can record your guitar or have your guitar playing on one track, and then you have whatever you do on another track. You get 8 tracks. Also, they got feature that's in it where you can like group all the tracks together. So if I wanted to open up a project, which is, I think this is one of the, and this is what I use it for also. Anytime I have an idea or something, and I'm getting it out of the novation, or I'm singing it to something. If I don't want to send all of my sounds to a DAW, or send it's shit. It's strapped up there. I can't show y'all. But if I don't want to send all of my sounds to a DAW, or the Zoom H6, or the Zoom P4, or the Zoom H8, or any type of recorder that I'm using, I use this. I literally use it, and you got your sound check, you got effects and stuff that you can add, acoustic shaper and stuff. And then it's crazy because outside of it, on the phone, you get different items and options. And this will mix and master it for you. You got your mix, you can move it around, you can have it wide, you can mute certain tracks and stuff. You get about 8 tracks. And then you can group it. And when you group it, it's still in beta mode. I don't know. I thought they would have fixed it by now, but they give updates for it. But when you group it, the best thing to do is to mix and master it, and then, or at least mix it well, and then group it. And then when you want to do some more tracks, now you got 7 more tracks to work with on top of it. All of that is kind of like the workaround that's on the OP1. The OP1 has about 4 tracks. And if you need more, if you need more, and this thing is cool because you can write your lyrics here. But the OP1 is about 4 tracks, and if you need to, record some other stuff, or if you want to do some other stuff with it, the best thing to do is literally, record everything, and then once you record it, you can copy it and then paste it onto one track, and then delete all the other tracks, paste what you got, and then everything that you recorded, all your tracks and everything's going to be on one track, and then it frees up 3 more tracks. So it's actually pretty cool. This thing is really good too for picking up ambient noise and stuff like that. I mean, it's just a music maker's tool. Save you a lot of time in studio sessions. It's about like 500 plus, $500 with tax. Make sure you get the generation number 2, made of metal, Pretty sturdy, even though the metal does kind of, turn silver on the sides where it gets worn. But so we'll talk more about it, and I'll show you more about what it can do when and you guys leave down in the comment section, man. You guys like interact with me, talk with me. I don't bite. Not today. What's today? Today's Tuesday. What's today? Monday. I don't bite today. Maybe on the weekends. But you could just do a lot with this thing, and then you just stop and go. You can take as much takes as you want. This is the studio. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money going into the studio, and you can create, really good, at best. Let's just say if you don't know what you're doing, really good, rough mixes. Okay, so let's do a recap. We got 3 out of the way. Isn't that quick? We got the model cycles from Electron. We have my favorite, the Novation Circuit tracks. Another groove box. Wait until I start getting into the samplers. Okay. And we have the Isotope Spire number 2. So next on this list, we have one of my favorites. We have the Digitone from Electron. Let's plug it in. You got your right. Hold on. Got your left. You got your right. Let's see if I got that. Okay. These are all inputs. Actually, no. We need to do outputs. I was right. Okay. And you don't, it's just a real small box. You got your power. Now there's a guy that knows how to give this thing an internal battery. I'm skeptical. I got this here because I was using my headphones. I don't know why I was using it when I didn't need to, because I have this. But anyway, we can leave it in. That's what she said. And then you have your inputs, so you can MIDI or send sounds in, other sounds in, and then you have your MIDI right here. You can make this the brain. Now, why would you want to do it? Things like this have a clock. It has a clock and some other stuff. Let's plug it in. I wish I could turn it that way so y'all can see the Electron, but we'll turn it this way. Any day now. Okay. Let me see if it's straight, because crooked to me is straight to y'all on the screen. Okay, looks good. Okay. Now, let's cut this baby on. Obviously, this is going to be keyed out. And I have no idea what I'm doing with this thing, but I'm actually learning how Electron works. Now, this box here does use FM synthesis. And look at all the same thing with the Electron. You got your knobs. Only thing bad about it is that you have you only have 4 tracks. But if you know how to use the trigs and all of these, different buttons, it's a lot. 4 tracks is still not bad. And you can tweak and do a bunch of different stuff. This thing is, the sound design on this thing is crazy. A lot of people even say that they've been so busy designing sounds that they don't even create a damn song. Ain't that crazy? But you can do a lot. It has 2 synthesizers in it, synth engines. Same thing with the Electron. That's why a lot of people said that the Electron, that the Model Cycles, because it came out after this, the Model Cycles has borrowed a couple of things from from the Digitone. But the Model Cycles have more tracks. You got about the same type of sound design, but it's a little bit different. They're just 2 different boxes, to tell you the truth. And surprisingly, I found a guy. They actually work really good together. One thing I don't like about the model, the digitone is the keys, the clicky keys. And then the thing with the model cycles is that the keys on that is kind of rubbery and they're tough, but they're velocity sensitive. These sounds like you're typing. This isn't the idea keyboard, and it's not velocity sensitive. So why is this $800? Okay, the isotope 500, Novation circuit tracks 300, model cycles 300. This thing 800, 774 to the 30th of December, but plus tax, next day air, 800. The good thing about these keys is that I kind of don't like the typing and stuff like that. Just hearing people kind of program it, it just sounded crazy, but I can dig it. It's not bad. It's a hollow box. I mean, you damn near, if you echo, you can hear your voice bouncing around in the box, real hollow, but it's metal, sturdy. And these are, they get ashy, but they're rubbery. You can turn them. And this is also made for live jamming. And you got your yes and your no. These groove boxes are literally a DAW in a box. You don't want a DAW? Well, you're going to have to deal with one in the box. And honestly, you're just going to have to learn how to play it. You're just going to have to learn what Electron has, their workflow. And if you know what you're doing, this could be a very fun box. Even if you don't know what you're doing, this could be a very fun box. Actually, the coolest thing about these keys, not really being velocity sensitive and trig and stuff like that, is that you can kind of glide across it. You can kind of have I think about word per minute, how what people are type, but you can actually, it doesn't take you that, and this thing got so many presets in it, it doesn't take you that long to sound good, even if you don't know what you're doing. So it's fun for everybody, even though, FM synthesis, the algorithms and what is triggering and what's modulating what and how this works and stuff like that, it's mathematics and a whole bunch of different stuff. But also, it's for the artists to have fun. Some of these keys you see lit up, some of them you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. We'll go to pattern number 3 because I have no idea what the hell I was doing on pattern number 2. And I'll show y'all some of the sounds. Okay, so you got your I got the flute on that one, obviously. This is soft keys. And nothing's changed. Like I said, you literally can go from something very rough to something very soft. See what else we got here. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. What else we got? I have yet to find the drums, y'all. Maybe we'll find the drums this go around. Let's go to another pattern. Pattern number 3, which is not being used. Let's see what we got. Sound 1, sound 2, sound 3, and sound 4. Let's see what we got. And I didn't know how to get to the menu, but funny thing is that certain things are intuitive. You tap the thing twice, and then, oh my God, look, there's a menu. You got your level, you got your data. Let's see what sounds we got. And that's the thing why people like this box, because the presets, you really don't have to load. I mean, it's dope if you find some stuff that you like and load it onto it, but these presets, shit. Oh, we taking that on 1. And I got to figure out, y'all, because you have a sound pool which you can pull from, but for now, we'll just do it on 1. Okay, so one, we're gonna use that sound, and the Novation has taught me how to kind of graph out or have at least a plan on what I'm gonna do with the tracks. I don't know why the ending tracks, like the first two tracks, I always use synths. The other two tracks, I could use drums or have a complicated drum pattern. But you can also use the third track for like once you learn how to use the patterns and the trigs and stuff like that. You can also put that on one track as we did the Novation. Or the track number 3, you can use that for bass. So it's really how you map it out and how you want to use your tracks. Also, I can MIDI something in and then have 4 new banks worth of just whatever the hell I want to use. Like I got 4 new tracks here. So it has 8 tracks, but obviously 4 are for itself. Other 4 is for external gear. This could definitely could be a brain. Because also when you're MIDIing stuff together, you want one to be a brain, And then also with the Digitact or the Digitone, well, this is the Digitone, but also with the Digitact, and I think you can do it with this, you can clock this and control everything going on over here, the sequencer and everything from the other box. So you really rarely have to spend time touching this box or doing anything. That's what she said. So, This is T2. Let's see what other sounds we got. Let's see what else. Strong ass box. That's what she said, y'all. Oh, these are good. Got the Jerry bass. Shout outs to Liam Kellen. Let's go all the way. God damn, we haven't even got. I was just about to say let's go all the way down and come back up, but we haven't even gotten into. We haven't even dived into what this thing can do. Oh, well, I'm gonna have a hella Digitone shows coming for y'all, man. So when you talk about spending $800, yeah, you're getting a lot. You're gonna have to sit your ass down and really, see what this thing can do. Ooh, that's a bright saw wave. That's tight. Oh, I might have to take that one, y'all. Y'all have no idea when I put this, when I'm running this through the microcosm. Oh my God, Lord have FM synthesis and microcosm go hand in hand. All right, so we got our first 2 sounds. I think they'll complement each other. Now, what I need to learn how to do, y'all, which may be good and may be bad at the same time. I want to learn how to record or do this, live. Because you can copy and paste, and you can do all kinds of stuff, obviously, right? But I wonder how to do this live. And that's something I need to learn. Obviously, I just got this a couple days ago, so. And you can tweak every single sound, by the way. This everything you can do, Now, I haven't found any drums, but let's see if we can find some drums. But hold on, ambient. best thing to do is really learn how to use the sequencer. They said the heart. Shout outs to Kuko. Kuko. I'll be butchering his name. My bad, Kuko. He said the heart of electron lies in everything lies in its sequencer. You know, and he's correct. I don't know how to use it. I know I'm not bugging. I know he's right. I just don't know how to use it. Same thing with the model cycles. You know. So it's just reiteration. I mean, this thing is just a beast. You know. Hold on. Let's find some drums. Now, I wouldn't use this as a drum machine, even though I'm pretty sure it got some crazy drums. But I would use this as a synthesizer, honestly. And if I'm MIDIing this into something, all 4 tracks are going to be dedicated to synths. Some of the sounds that they give you in here, if you don't know how to use it or if you can't use it, there's something wrong with you. Ooh, I need that. Need that. Shit. Yes. All right, let's see if we can find some drums, y'all. Just for the sake of today's show. Now, I don't know how to live stream stuff, so I'm still learning. So we got videos coming, but all right, let's see. See how this sounds. I want the hit to be a little bit softer. Soften it up. See if it's softening it up. See, I want to be able to do that. Hold on, let's see. See, I want to be able to do that. Well, y'all get the gist. You get the gist, goddammit. You get the gist. This thing's a beast. If you got $1,000 to spend, I would say get one of these. But before you do that, let's get into number 5. Let's get into number 5. I'm going to have to move all this shit. Let's get into number 5. So as you can see, the Electron Digitone, really good groove box. Here we go. Yes, sir. Unplug this. I'm gonna have to. I have a date with this box later on today. That's what she said. I have a huge date with that box. So what is number 5? What if you have $1,000 should you spend your money on? And it went up in price, just like the OP1 went up in price. Now, don't be mistaken. Don't do what I do unless you want to. You got to plug this in. You have the Live, you have the Live 2. Those are standalones. I think the regular Live, you still got to plug it in. But everything's in the box. That's what she said. Everything's in the box. But what I have here is my, God damn it, I wiped it off, and then as soon as I put it on, there's a big-ass hair on it. What I have is my battery mod for it. And many of you may have guessed it. Yes. It is what you thought it was. It is the MPC-1. Yes, the MPC-1. This thing is a beauty. Beautiful. There's like the gold version. There's a black one. All kinds of different versions of this thing. Yes, Akai has came a long way that they're now putting these things in small ass boxes. This thing can do a lot. This is the brain of almost anything you could ever have. Anything that I would do, this would be the brain for it, because it's a computer. It's a DAW in the box. You can MIDI stuff in, MIDI it through. You can clock. You got all of these different inputs right here. You got your record volume, your master volume. You got all your CV gates. You know what I'm saying? Also, you can hook it up to your computer to use it as a controller. But you're not even going to be using your DAW really. I mean, because and they got hybrid stuff too. Don't think just because you use a DAW you're excluded from anything I'm saying. But hook it to the internet, and you can USB something into it. I have a keyboard with it, the Akai MPC keyboard. That's pretty good. I mean, under $1,000 you can get the keyboard and this. So a lot of people, they aren't in the pressure pads. The pressure pads are actually small on this thing, but it's not bad. So let's do outputs. You got your left, you got your right. Also, the cool thing about it is that the headphone port and the SD card is up front. Some people like it, a lot of people don't. I don't give a damn. Let's see what we got. Let's see how we look. Okay, looks pretty cool. It's kind of scatter-cornered to me, so that should be straight to y'all. Because my camera is not straight. And you can literally see the ceiling in the camera. Because this is a big-ass screen, Also, how I do mine is I definitely have to... I really have to clean this up. I put the cable in the battery, test the battery, see if it works. I hook it to the side, even though this tape has gotten weak. This is the only reason why it's a fail. But give me a second. And eventually the battery will come off because of the tape. I need stronger tape. Don't do what I do, y'all. This could, I'm not sure. This is my disclaimer. I don't want y'all to destroy your gear. Could mess up your unit because of ventilation. But I don't use mine until it gets hot. But I don't know. I'm not a ventilation specialist, Let's cut it on and see what it can do. If I can find the cut on button. Hold on. There we go. So hit this. Hit the button. Hit the goddamn button. And turn it on. And it turns on. This thing is awesome. However much power, whatever you're using needs, it divvies it and gives it to it. Okay? Now the MPC is dope. You can do a lot with it. You got your techno, you got your hip hop. I don't want to dismiss it. I actually want to show y'all what this thing can do. Let's see what trap is. We'll come back to this beginning page. Let's show y'all what trap can do. And I don't know why it's this low. But let's see if it gets louder. Let me turn up the master volume. So like I said, So like I said, this is this is everything in a box. And what the reason, the selling point of it, obviously because it's small, was not small, but it is portable. You can do damn near everything you can do with the other ones with it, including the X and the buttons. You don't have to do as much menu diving, but you know me, we menu dive around this motherfucker. All right, let's shut it down. Let's create something real quick. And then let's get up out of here. Now, these were $600. I got a really terrible story. I bought OPZ before I bought this. I know it's dumb, but I was doing what y'all were doing. I was going for portability. And the OPZ is very portable. That thing's a strong synth. I got so much shows that I gotta show y'all with the OPZ. And shout outs to Freebeat. Created a whole channel off of one. But let's do an empty project. And this is basically your screen. You got endless tracks. You know, you can do whatever you want. There's room to even make unnecessary shit and add it to your shit. Um, you got your main menu. You got your cue links and everything. These are very helpful. You got your banks. You got your track mix. These things got synths. But let's do. You got your sequencing and stuff like that. But let's do what I like to do. Let's go into browse. Let's get some sounds. So, and this is it's a touch screen also, by the way, y'all. I want to try to do something house-wise. Let's see. Turn it down a tad bit. Hold on. All right, we might can use some sounds from that. Let's see what else we got. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, we could definitely use that. And let's see. All right, we'll use that. We'll just use some deep house music. I usually use hip hop and stuff. But let's go to the main menu. Track 1, sequence 1. We're gonna use it free. Let's see what we got. Cool. No bank B. And you can always tweak and do stuff with these also. Also, it has a synth that you can use, which is dope. Hold on, let me see if I can find the synthesizer. You got your plugin. Got your program. You got CV. Where is this synthesizer? I know one of these are the goddamn synthesizer. Let me see. Oh yeah, here it is. Tube synths. Tube synth. You got different types of tube synths, but you got your and this thing is velocity sensitive also. It's velocity sensitive also. I don't know. There's a way you can look at the synthesizer. You got a sampler in here also. So remember how I told you how they split the groove boxes? Well, this thing comes with a sampler also. You got all kinds of different stuff here, bro. I can't even begin to tell y'all what the hell is going on. You got your sampler here. You can arm it and run anything into it. It'll chop it up and all kinds of different stuff. This is the whole sample section. What else you got? You got your step sequencer. I wanted to see if I could find the synth for you guys, though. I know it's one of these. I do it all the time, but it's a little bit different now when you're filming and shit like that. You know, shit go missing and stuff. And it's like, oh, it's over here now. Oh, okay. You know, you got your grid view. Oh, you got all of this stuff on the side, too, you know, when you're pressing stuff. So, you know, have no idea what I just did, but, X, Y, let's see. You got your grid, you got your regular, you got your, and you know, I mean, me just learning about music and stuff. It just makes it so easy. So then when you pick up another box, let's say you get tired of one box and you get tired of one girl and you pick up another girl and it's like, you know, damn, I know how to treat the first girl even better because now I came back with more experience. You know, that type of shit. Let's see if we can do something techno. And our sequencer is up here. I know it's a little discreet. Y'all just got to know what to do. Somebody got to know what you're doing. So let's go. Let's do 16. Let's go up to 16. And I'm going to do this live. So we're going to go to record, arm the track, and we're going to hear a metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what did you guys hear? I'm off. And there's a thing called quantizing. And I don't think I've quantized it. Actually, I probably was better off with the quantizing off. They don't call it quantizing on here. They call it time correction. And I was off at the end. And you can always fix that by, going to the grid and looking at this whole grid got every single. They got all my hits. Here's the cursor right there. So you can copy and paste and have them, you can nudge, you can, just showing y'all what this thing can do. And I know it doesn't sound good, but let's add some more stuff to it. What else we got? Let's just overdub. Fuck it. Let's just go for it. And that's when it started over, so it was off. I wonder if it recorded that. There we go. Wouldn't it be fucked up if, because I don't know what I'm doing. Wouldn't it be fucked up if I just make a beat in the middle of a whole bunch of fucked up shit and just sample it? Now, here's a beat. Let's see what else we got. This is terrible. But y'all get it. Eventually I'll get good. Gotta read more. Gotta do some other shit. But y'all get it. There's so much stuff to do. You can sequence. You can mute tracks. You can do the next sequence. You can chop it up. You can go into another thing. This is also great when you're live performing, So all I really do, really why I got my battery, is just take this, plug some headphones in the front, and jam out, But anyway, man, if you guys would like to buy your boy a cup of coffee, like, subscribe, and donate to the show, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. If you guys, if you guys have any, any other instruments you would like to see me do or go over anything or would like to sponsor a show, just let me know, man, So, yeah, man, that was today's show. I know it was a little bit long, but hey, man, we had fun. It's Player Talk. We out. Let's get it. Let's go. Number 5, the best groove box you can get for under $1,000, hands down. MPC 1. We'll get into the Machina and we'll get into some other stuff, but it's the MP. It's Player Talk.